Look back on the last, or rather this week even, 7 days, we've spent $17,000 in 7 days with a 5x return on ad spend, generating the brand over $100,000 in top line revenue. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I have another absolute banger case study for you. We filmed one recently, right? How to structure your Facebook ad account spending $100 a day. This is going to be with a little bit of a bigger brand, and we're actually going to be showing you how we're structuring our Facebook ad account spending over $3,000 a day. I'm going to show you the campaign setup, the ad set setup, as well as the creatives, and how we're optimizing this account to continue to hit our goal cost per acquisition and help this client scale. By this time next month, after Black Friday, Cyber Monday, leading into December, I mean, we could probably be spending with this brand upwards of $6,000, $7,000, maybe even $10,000 a day. Definitely going to make a follow-up video around that, so keep an eye out for that. But as always, guys, before we dive in, all of the links are in the description. If you want to work with us on the agency side, we're experts in paid advertising, email and SMS marketing, conversion rate optimization, and user-generated content. There should be a ton of free trainings in the description. Or if you're interested in actually getting coaching from myself one-on-one and access to all of our agency SOPs, the link to our inner circle is in the description as well. Now, before we dive into the ad account, guys, as always, I would really appreciate if you can go ahead and drop a like. It really does help with the algorithm and to make sure that these videos actually get pushed in front of the right audience. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive into the ad account. Okay, guys, so now we are on to the live ad account. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a refresh. You know, this is legit. This is yesterday, as of filming this, November 3rd, yesterday. We spent $3,300 with a 10x return on ad spend. Now, this is not an everyday result. This is kind of piggybacking off of one of the client's collaboration product launches that they had just had. But regardless, you can go ahead and see, if I go look back on the last, or rather this week even, 7 days, we've spent $17,000 in 7 days with a 5x return on ad spend, generating the brand over $100,000 in top line revenue. This is huge. I'm going to show you, even if I look back on the last 30 days, guys, we spent $48,000 for this client just on Facebook alone, generating them just over $250,000 in revenue, $225,000 in sales, which is amazing. I'm going to show you how this account is structured and where we're actually spending all of this money. So right away, as you can see, if I structure the account by amount spent, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different campaigns running. And a lot of people, right, are, you know, there's a big notion right now in the marketing space, especially media buying, be like, oh yeah, I'm using one campaign, you know, blah, 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 blah. Well, I'm here to tell you, brands that are spending tens of thousands of dollars a month, even looking into spending hundreds of thousands of dollars, it's going to be beneficial to start using multiple campaigns for different reasons. And I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a moment. So you can see the most spent campaign in the last 30 days, receiving nearly half of the ad spend, is our prospecting campaign. This is an ABO. You can see alone, we spent $15,000 with a 3.65x return on ad spend, generating $56,000 in revenue. Amazing. You can see $63 cost per purchase on like an over $200 AOV, which is awesome. Let me pull up the right board here so you can see $63 AOV, $63 cost per acquisition, $230 AOV on this one campaign. So we're generating money here, 4% click-through rate. And inside of this campaign, guys, this is just our top of funnel testing campaign. And again, the reason why we have this structured as an AVO is it allows us to do the testing from the ad set level, depending on where we're targeting, right? So you can see there's some broad targets, there's some, you know, things around the brand itself. We have some like UGC specific ads, et cetera, et cetera. But depending on what's performing and how broadly, you know, based off of a ton of different KPIs, what the frequency looks like, what the return on ad spend is, etc., what our CPMs are, it allows us to adjust the spend per ad set and per audience according to results, right? When you use a CBO, you don't necessarily have that control. And when we're using CBOs, I'll show you what I mean in just a moment, we're having much less variables in terms of the number of ad sets. Now, number 2, in terms of amount spent, guys, you can see is our Advantage Plus campaign. It's spent $11,000 over those last 30 days, $58,000 in revenue, 4.99x return on ad spend, $53 cost per acquisition with a $264 AOV. If I open this up, 1 ad set, and you can see we just have a few of our top winning creatives in here. This is, you know, what's actually performing the best and allowing us to scale continuously with this one campaign, which is really, really profitable for us. Next, in terms of campaigns, we've spent $8,000 on a specific collaboration white label campaign. So when performing white labeled ads, guys, you can see, we're targeting different audiences. So website audiences, Facebook audiences, VIP customers, etc. But then we're targeting the Instagram audiences and the Facebook audiences of the creator that we are white labeling with. And you can see the click-through rates on these are insane, averaging us a 4.9x return on ad spend, $47 cost per acquisition on a $230 AOV, which is awesome. Following that, again, these are all prospecting campaigns, guys, the majority, right? This is a dynamic creative test campaign, which is again an ABO, where this is allowing us to do a lot of the testing. You can see these are pretty much all broad ad sets, but we're testing to find out, what is our best performing creatives as far as UGC and just overall creative. Now, next we have a campaign here, guys, that you can see has a little bit of over attribution, right? 8x return on ad spend. We spent $4,000, $34,000 in terms of revenue generated. And this is the exact same collab that we were launching with the white label ads, but these are being shown specifically to the brand's audiences, right? Not the white label creators audiences. And we just segment those differently. That way, as opposed to, because when we're working with white label creators, depending on how big they are, there is going to be nuances that you have to be worried about as far as what their team is allowing us to advertise on. So just overall, it's easier to segment those campaigns differently, and it doesn't make a mess in terms of. And then lastly, guys, we have one re-engagement campaign, which is our basically middle and bottom of funnel campaign, where we're targeting Instagram engagers and Facebook engagers with just broad ads, right? There's no specific creatives here. If I go ahead and look inside of these ad sets, there are quite a few different ads, but you can see there's only 3 that are running right now. 2 carousels, which is the exact same ad, and a video ad, which is performing extremely well. You can see it's actually receiving the majority of the spend there, which is very interesting to see. And then last but not least, guys, we actually just launched this campaign yesterday. So it's a restock sale. We're adding about $500 a day here. And this is just something that's going to run for a couple of weeks as this sale continues, and then we'll eventually turn it off. And when we run any sale, it's generally going to be a combination of these audiences exactly, right? VIP customers, our social media, our website, and then a repeat differentiating on the feeds, and a differentiator on the story ad. And overall, guys, we've slowly scaled this account, where you can see October 1st, we were spending $2,600 a day. We were having some issues with stock. By the 10th, right, where you can see we had to drop things back down because of stock. Leading into the 20th, right, we started to scale things back up. 26th, we went from $1,000 a day to $2,800 a day. To the 28th, right, $3,700 a day. We had to scale things back down because of stock. The 1st of November, right, we're sitting around $3,000 a day right now. I'm going to keep you guys posted once we scale this account even further. If I look, like I said yesterday, $3,300 with a 10x return on ad spend. So if you guys enjoyed this video, again, the point of how we're structuring these accounts is not the fact that it's complex. You simply just want to make sure that you're targeting each area of your funnel accordingly and utilizing things like white label ads to take you to the next level of spend. If you guys have any questions or would like to see a different style breakdown towards these videos, please let me know in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned that, again, from the different video prior of structuring accounts at $100 a day, you'll really notice that there's not much of a difference in this video, because the principles, especially behind advertising on Facebook and Instagram, is the way that you're structuring your ad account. And so long you have the creative to back up scale, all you need to be doing is really increasing the budgets inside of that main structure that I showed. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. As I mentioned before, all the links are in the description if you want to work with us. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.